I am here today to explain why we believe the mobile cellular network in Nigeria should be part of our crisis alert and assistance system. Nigeria has the 12th largest mobile cellular user base in the world. Around 110 out of the 175 million people in Nigeria are subscribed to one of the numerous cellular mobile network providers, whereas only 1% of the population has a fixed telephone line because of the numerous problems that this network has been facing in the past 10 years. The number of mobile cellular users has been growing very rapidly in the past decade, from 40 million in 2002 to 110 million in 2013. Telecommunication experts confirm that billions of dollars are being invested in the mobile cellular industry in Nigeria, and estimate the number of cellular sites or towers that's at 20,000 today to triple in the next 5 years. After having explained how spread and popular mobile cellular usage is in Nigeria, we believe that using this network is the best way to be in contact with the population in the time of crisis. We are guaranteed to reach at least 60% of the population, a figure we wouldn't dream of achieving using any other telecommunication method, including fixed telephone lines, television, or the internet, which are not close to being as widely spread as the cellular mobile in Nigeria. After having explained why we believe the mobile cellular is the best way to reach out to the population and be reached by it at the same time, I would like to pass it on to Andres, who will describe how we plan on integrating this technology in our system to help assist people in the time of crisis.
Thank you, Ziad. Since cell phones are so widespread in Nigeria and their use is expanding, we hope to use these devices as an unprecedented resource to help local communities and their neighbors downstream. Flash Alert will give people the opportunity to report the status of their local streams and rivers to a Flash Alert headquarters. By using the service, they will give Flash Alert the permission to access their triangulated location which the service provider has. Flash Alert will match this information from the villager to a specific coordinate. Thus, headquarters can pinpoint where these waterways are and where the water is headed. Then, Flash Alert will be able to give real-time warnings to villagers downstream. Flash Alert will know where these people live because when they initially subscribe to the warning system, their hometown will be requested and stored in a Flash Alert database. Additionally, subscribers will be sent advice on what to do in the event of a flood. This will help ensure their safety during this dangerous situation. Once the flood has subsided, the villagers can immediately alert headquarters the extent of the damage. Flash Alert can then use this information to best help authorities organize a relief effort. We will establish Flash Alert representatives in villages across flood-prone regions. These representatives will educate their community on how best to use the system and its importance in monitoring floods. Additionally, poles will be inserted in strategic locations to help villagers send accurate flood height data. Now, Ryan will discuss our advanced computer system.
The central headquarters for Flash Alert will be based in Lagos, Nigeria's largest city. This is a strategic decision due to its growing GDP and extensive transportation network. In our headquarters, we will be constantly monitoring our cell phone lines for texts. We will track the signals received from the cell towers, then use triangulations to find out the origin of each text message. After gathering the data, our headquarters will use a system developed by IBM called Deep Thunder. Deep Thunder is a big data analytics platform that is built for extremely accurate short-term weather forecasting. These high-probability forecasts can be predicted for up to 3.5 days in advance. Given the nature of the problem, as well as the amount of data that our system will be receiving, we believe that Deep Thunder is a great investment. IBM Deep Thunder is already being implemented in major cities around the world as a response to disastrous floods. For example, in 2010, Rio de Janeiro suffered floods that killed more than 200 people and left 30,000 homeless. As a response, the city is using the deep thunder in preparation for the World Cup and the Olympics, so that they can anticipate and respond to any future floods. What makes this technology an even more suitable choice is its customizability. IBM designed Deep Thunder with the knowledge that many countries lack an abundance of high-quality technical infrastructure. Instead, the system relies on any data that it can get its hands on. We'll utilize a combination of weather station data, satellite data, and our SMS text messages to fuel Deep Thunder's predictive modeling. Additionally, we can provide other sources of data, such as the status of the neighboring dams in Cameroon, to make more accurate predictions.
Agriculture is crucial to Nigeria's economy and actually accounts for 70% of the population's labor force and employment. The primary exports of rubber and cocoa are followed by peanuts, rice, and others. In total, agriculture in Nigeria utilizes 33% of the total landmass and accounts for 33% of the country's total GDP. There were two rainy seasons in Nigeria. The flash flooding took place during July, the long rainy season. Crowdsourcing the data for flash alerts through cell phones is made logistically simpler thanks to governmental initiatives. The Nigerian Ministry of Agriculture has backed funding to provide farmers with free cell phones as an augmentation of the GES, or Growth Enchantment Support Program. As part of the GES, an e-wallet platform was created and 4.2 million farmers are registered and conducted transactions on these platforms. Even though people assume that farmers are unable to use cell phones as a result of being uneducated, the results of the 4.9 million transactions show that this is not the case. There were 4.9 million transactions in English, Pidgin, Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo, which represent the different languages across Nigeria. The ministry has already used technology to gauge the food situation in parts of the country after the flood and found that only 1.17% of these cultivated areas were majorly affected by the flood. In addition, information centers in rural areas provide locations for rural farmers to gather information. Flash Alert would be a great addition to the GES as a natural disaster risk assessment platform. In addition, the information provided can also be used to manage water levels and even provide information for future dam projects in the area.